Another week, another light review. You've been asking us what continuous light is the best, and we have another light that Colbor sent us to share with you. In this case, it's more of a traditional bigger type light. It's called CL-220R, which outputs 220 watts of power.
Yes, this is Colbor's professional light solution. So if you need to do professional video or studio work, like big groups of people, if you need the ultimate power,
Yeah.
then this is the light for that job. It will quite literally do anything and everything.
But let's talk about build quality. It's a space grade aluminium, very well machine designed metal body. Lots of ports for the air to come through. It's a lot of power to output. You've got those little rails over here, so which means, like other Colbor lights that we reviewed in the past, I think the one we reviewed was about 60 watts and it was much smaller option. You can stack them together for more power output. You can power it up with a V battery as well. You will need a separate attachment for it, but it is possible and you can use it outdoors.
That's right. Now the light itself only weighs 1.6 kilos, which for a light with this much power is actually very, very good. The adapter kit that allows you to use the special V-type battery is called the VM3. It's made by Colbor and it includes the cable and the metal plate that allows you to put it here. So if you do want this to be completely portable, then you can do it that way. Alternatively, you can obviously use it in a studio. It comes with the AC adapter, so if you're working in a studio or at home, then you have this supplied with it, along with a lovely looking case. Look at that.
Yay.
Looks like the real deal.
Case. Let's talk about power of light. Now, 220 watts is nothing to sniff at. It's pretty good for indoor shooting. It can work outdoors to fill in the shadows and things like this. It's going to be hard to overpower the sun, but that's a given on that. Because it got really good airflow system, it doesn't really overheat. We've used it for hours and it works really, really well. Now, a part of the white light, you can also adjust your color temperature, first of all, from 2700K to 6500K, but also it's RGB light for you RGB creators. If you're building a PC, if you're just doing a live stream, all those RGB lights are very useful and on the trend nowadays. Apparently, we don't know.
That's right. Now it works as do all Colbor lights with the app, so you can pick out your color temperature, but you've also got special effects that you can add in there as well, including fireplace, a faulty light bulb, lightning, reflection from a TV, party, explosion, welding, if you're ever wanting to do a welding video, not actually film footage of the welding, strobe, and SOS, amongst many others. But there's lots of different creative modes in there built into the light and able to be adjusted using the app as well, so you can do it remotely.
My favorite one is a lighthouse. It makes me feel like I live on the seaside. Also with the app, you can set up all Colbor lights in different scenes and control them independently. So if you have a scene that requires maybe 2 lights or maybe 20 lights, you can set them up individually, even not just power output, but also color output as well.
One thing I'm very impressed about is the Colbor ecosystem. So it is a standard Bowens mount. It is compatible with all your existing lighting accessories, but Colbor have also created a system where you can control all your lights from the app. You can attach all the lights together if you want to. You can attach 3 in a row if you want mega output. And they've supplied their own reflectors, umbrellas, power adapters, etc. And on top of that, you can use things like this.
It's called a V battery. That's what videographers use nowadays. It's got quite a good power output. This particular one is Moman 99 Pro. We've been sent this one. It's the first time I'm using it. It's actually can power the light, which is quite good. You know, so we can now shoot with 220 watts outside.
Yeah.
You know, have a studio stand and a massive salt box.
That's right.
And run away from the guards.
Exactly.
Because we don't have any permission to shoot. Now, what I can say is, again, I mentioned airflow again. I had a 200 watts light made by other well-known brand that failed on me. It simply overheat and it never turned back on.
It was a sad, sad day.
Absolutely. So the problem with all the lights manufactured somewhere abroad, it's very difficult to send them back for repair after 1 year.
Indeed.
So having a good airflow and just good manufacturing always helps. So this light will definitely replace my failed light, so now I have more power. So I'm very happy about it.
The display, as you can see, is quite small, but as soon as you begin to, let's say, adjust something, you get large numbers. So this is the power here. You can go from 0 to 25% increments if you push this, so that's 100%. Now, then it's the same with the Kelvin. You can just push the button if you want specific increments, or if you want, you can be a little bit more specific about the adjustments that you make. So I'm going to push the effects one now, and then you get the different effects. You can push them here and scroll through them like this. You get the idea. So this is your settings options if you wanted to link it to the app.
All right, who is this light for, Becky?
I would say, considering the price point is up at £399, it is not necessarily going to be for amateur videographers just because of the price point. However, it is still cheaper than some of the premium options out there. And if you are fairly serious about your lighting, then this is definitely one to look at.
Yes, when we start to talk about powerful lights, they're not just important for videographers to lead their scene. You can also learn studio lighting with these lights like this, because with continuous lights, we actually see what the light does when you move it around, when you bring it close to the subject or use a different angle, etc., etc. So a lot of people, when they're starting to learn studio flash photography, the recommendation is to start with a continuous light and then move on to flash guns. But yet, the more powerful the light is, the more it is usable outdoors to fill in the shadows and things like this, because small and less powerful lights won't be able to do so. And if you are a videographer and you got lots of space, you can definitely mount a huge softboxes and all sorts of accessories to lead your scene. For small spaces, we would recommend a smaller light, but that's a given. Yeah. With this type of lighting.
Exactly. You could always power it down if you've got one of these and you're shooting in various different scenes. One thing I've noticed is that when you put a big softbox on one of these, you can actually light a huge amount of space, which means if you're doing group shots or something like that, then you're going to be able to light everybody in that scene. And there you have it.
If you found this video useful, give us a like, subscribe.
And if you found it super useful, there's super thanks as well.